There we go. Let's go ahead and post a poll. New poll. Scrubby, Hoya the puppy. Time for Six's makeup tutorial video. No, I don't think makeup plus my beard is a great idea. writing like this, not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. Can I really not have 6 options? Well, that sucks. Alright, sorry, Black. We're just gonna have this pull up for quite a while. Or we can allow people to trickle on in. So yeah, I mean, I did say that I was gonna try to stream more often, and I figured I could do my nails. Thought it might be fun. Yeah, there we go. I wonder if the brightness is at the right level, because I can make it brighter. Yeah, for right now, we're going to start off just answering some Discord questions. Obviously, Voltaire, hello, thank you for coming. If you'd like to ask any questions, I can answer them as well. But Bobbers, a long time ago, asked if I like icing on donuts. Now that's very interesting. No worries, got the afternoon off thanks to my doc. Nice, nice, always fun. Do I like icing on donuts? Hell yeah, dude. Technically, also, if you eat them, who doesn't eat donuts? They're so good. Freaking, I love donuts so much. Those things are goddamn delicious. They're essentially just like deep fried bagels. Not exactly, but you know. But yeah, I mean, I generally prefer icing on donuts. The donuts that I eat that don't have icing are like potato donuts, blueberry donuts, strawberry donuts. Those tend not to have icing. Gosh, I think that's it. Howdy, just got off work. Hilariously, I'm answering your question right now, Bobbers. Hilariously, also, I enjoy blueberry donuts. I fucking hate blueberries. I'm a very strange man. I just like straight up don't like blueberries. Something about them is just wrong to me. Recently ate a Bavarian cream donut that my boss buys on Fridays. So that's one thing. I don't really like cream in my donuts either. I don't like biting into a donut and having that that different texture. It's just not. I'm just not a fan. I don't know. It's strange to me. I prefer the consistent doughy texture. Yeah, I mean, I love icing on donuts. That's just fucking delicious. Oh, yeah, jelly donuts? Nah, I can't even. Jelly donuts are a big no-go for me. What are my favorite D&D classes, and why? I mean, my favorite D&D classes are Sorcerer and Warlock. Mainly because those are the classes that I freaking played. Especially the lemon jelly ones taste so artificial. I just haven't eaten a lemon jelly one. It's just... I don't remember the first cream donut or the first jelly donut that I had. But I had one of each at some point in my past, and I just didn't like them, so I don't even try other failed donuts. But yeah, in terms of the D&D classes, I kind of just like spellcasters, even though I have not played a wizard yet. Because the only wizard... I guess technically I've played a wizard. The only wizard I like is necromancy, and like no one lets you play necromancy wizards because they're evil. But yeah, at some point I might try and do some wizard, but sorcerers are easily the best class for me, just because sorcery points, like the meta magic stuff, is just so fun to do. Like you have limited spell choices, which is bleh, but what you can do with those can be very creative, and I really like doing things in D&D that are kind of out of the ordinary. It's not evil if you raise a little girl's pet rabbit from the dead. The issue is that rules as written, you would raise it as either a skeleton or a zombie, and I think those are inherently evil. Pff, that's lame. I've led a Death Domain cleric in my game. The fighter was morally opposed to making zombies, but let that slide when the chips were down. It's called character growth. Yeah, I mean that's also the thing, right? Like you can choose to make your necromancer have their own set of morals, right? Like, technically, the necromancer that I played for a single game, he would only raise criminals as zombies and skeletons, essentially to give them a second chance of doing the right thing, even though technically they're not, their soul technically isn't back or whatever. It was just like his general thing. Especially sucks if the player next to you was a paladin. Not if the paladin is anything like Trescott from our Baldur's Gate campaign. Because I'm not sure he would care all that much. And then second is Warlock, essentially because it's like, again, it's just a class that is a spellcaster in like a unique way, right? Wizards are just like, they're just like spellcasters. Like that's all they are. Sorcerers are spellcasters with a twist. Warlocks are spellcasters with a twist. I like both of them. I feel more like wizards get a wider array of spells, but they, in my opinion, they don't tend to do much cool shit with those spells. Whereas sorcerers, right, they have the meta magic, and then warlocks, they can only use so many spells, so they have to rely on their Eldritch Invocations, which can be very, very freaking interesting. Obviously, the Eldritch Invocations could just be, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast 1,000 times, but still, like, you can make very interesting warlocks. Right. It feels to me like you can't really make interesting wizards. I'm sure you can, but it's just like, it doesn't feel like it to me. If I had to choose a martial class, I don't know if I technically played a rogue. I'm really enjoying Cyrus the Monk. I think he's very cool. He has a lot of shit to keep track of, which is, annoying. But I think Cyrus the Monk is cool. And then like I have played different fighters, and I really did like Arcane Archer. I do want to try Samurai. And then Echo Knight also seems super cool. So I'd probably pick Monk or Fighter. I don't think I've played a Barbarian yet, but it doesn't seem very fun to me. Yeah. I can largely depend on what spells they have and what situations they find themselves in. The wizards in my Thursday night game are a real risk to my big bad because they took things like Dream and Sending. Fair. Eldritch Blast times 264. Eldritch Blast! I will say, Eldritch Blast is even more satisfying because in Baldur's Gate 3, just like the sound effect that they have to go with it is so crisp. It's like so good. How did you find... Speaking of D&D, how did you join such good D&D campaigns? I love D&D and want to play with experienced and talented DMs and parties that also equally love the game. So, this like everything fun that I do can really just be traced back to Merchant, right? I don't remember the exact situation, but at some point Merchant said, you know, my videos were decent and I should keep going. He said he enjoyed the way I did them. And I would talk to him from time to time, ask him questions about things, and he would be really nice about it. And at some point, he was just like, "Hey, I'm doing a D&D. Would you like to join?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" And ever since then, I've just been able to do that because I've been put in a situation where I'm able to D&D. So essentially, the answer to the question is I'm incredibly lucky. That said, you can find pretty decent D&D games, like pickup games and whatnot. Alright, so it looks like we are getting the shiny sparkly blue. Did we pull? There we go. Did they ever finish the Baldur's Gate 3 game? I haven't followed up on the development. No, I mean it's still in early access. They just recently released a new patch that brings the Bard. I shouldn't have shaken this. Oh, actually, I do have another. This is not black, but I forgot I had another poll. New poll. Finish. Oops. Clear or matte? But yeah, they just put the Bard class out. At some point, I will do another series of BG3, but I need to finish Elden Ring. I'm still recording it. I'm just gonna put it all out, like, sequentially at once. Not, like, dump all of the episodes on the same day, but, like, just put it all out at once. I just wanted to wait until it was fucking done. My last game I played was a Duck variant Kenku Bard that tap dances. Why a Kenku and not just a an Aarakocra? You do have to remember the matte will potentially hide some of the sparkliness from this. Ah, crap. Did it help? Yeah, it kind of helped. Focus on this. Not the background. There is no background. Focus. Focus. Did I turn autofocus off? I may have turned autofocus off. I did turn off autofocus. Yeah, so it might... I don't actually know, because I haven't put a matte coat on this, but I just wanted you to be as informed as possible. That the matte coating might cover up some of the sparkly bits. Oh, I wasn't supposed to mess with the brightness, I was supposed to mess with the contrast. Because I'm not a smart human being. Nah, you're smart. Wait, what the fuck? Bruh. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, there are ways to find players. It'll take a while though. Like that's the thing. It's like kind of work and stuff. Have you played Skyrim? And if so, how long ago? The last time I played Skyrim was in freshman year of undergrad, which would have been 2012, 2013. I just lost interest in Skyrim. I did not find Skyrim to be as exciting as Oblivion was. Also, around that time, I stopped playing my Xbox, and I started PC gaming. So I just like didn't really have a reason to continue playing Skyrim. It was just like eh. Like I did some fun stuff in it, and then I just didn't have a reason to keep going. I mean, I 100%ed Oblivion, including all of its DLC. Fallout 3, including all of its DLC, and Fallout New Vegas. I wasn't able to get all of its DLC. I don't remember exactly why, but I just wasn't able to get it. But I still like 100%ed that, and I just did not have the same like enjoyment level to do that with Skyrim. Now see, this is just a strange one. Are Pop-Tarts ravioli? I mean, I guess it depends on the definition of ravioli, right? Because it is a mince wrapped inside of a... Well, the thing is, Pop-Tarts are wrapped in a pastry, and ravioli are wrapped in a pasta. But for the sake of funny, I'm going to say yes. Favorite voice line in Arena? There has to be at least one or two you enjoy. Hell yeah, dude. Ever see water burn? That's so good. Bola saying I am a god once again. Pretty hype. Let's see. Oh, Chandra, the baby Chandra saying I'm telling... Gosh, I'm telling Miss Someone, the proctor or whatever. That's freaking hilarious. She's just like, I'm telling on you. That's a pretty good voice line. Mother Luti, yeah. I'm telling Mother Luti. It's so good. It's absolutely so good. Alright, well, looks like it's probably just going to be clear. So we're just going to start painting. please forgive my garbageness. I've not painted in a situation like this. Also, I do have a fan on. None of you have said anything about it, so I assume. Didn't I delete the poll? What the fuck? There we go. I assume you all can't hear it, which is fantastic, frankly. But I do know that technically you're not supposed to do your nails with a fan on, because the air can trap like bubbles and shit. But it is what it is. Now, there are a few different ways you can do this, right? If you start, because it's easier to paint, obviously, your non-dominant hand with your dominant hand first, right? Obviously, that's easier. But what that also means is, if you do this hand first, it's going to be more difficult for you to do this when you have this painted, right? Because you're going to have to be more cautious. Whereas if you start on this hand, it's not going to be as bad because you're used to using your dominant hand. So I tend to start painting my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand. A dumb question: is a pastry a type of dessert? I think a pastry is a type of dessert. Pastry is, I think, a type of like bread type thing, a type of like dough that turns into bread, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna put this here just so. Although now you're kind of in the way, it's fine. But yeah, feel free to ask me any questions about whatever. Okay, so here, I try to keep this still and move my finger. Oh, that needs way more. I forgot how thick and long my thumbnail is now. And this will need several coats. Yeah, so I try to keep this still. And then move. And this generally gives me a little bit more control. So then if I put sugar on a croissant, it would be dessert. I mean, technically a dessert is just anything that you want it to be, right? I'm not even sure if a dessert has to be sweet. Yeah, oh, that finger's a yikes. It might need to be fixed. Okay, that kind of helped. So pastry is a baked food made out of dough. Example, puff pastry. A pastry is a sweet food where dough is an essential part, like pie or tart. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm not getting enough. Miss Balaterra is a semi-pro baker, so this is how I know these things. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, you can see, like, through the light coming through the bottom of my fingers. So you know it needs another coat. But we just sit here and let it dry for a little bit. And actually, usually I alternate. So usually I'll do this hand, let it dry a little bit, do this hand, let it dry a little bit, second coat on this hand, let it dry a little bit. But I think I'm actually going to full do this hand first. And just hope that bad things don't happen. Now you'll notice there's a little bit of, I have a little bit of runoff in a number of places. That's fine. I usually am able to clean that out without it being too distracting later on. As long as I don't have like big thick pools, then usually I'm still able to make it look fine. Almost looks purpley. Yeah, it is pseudo color shifting. So in a very specific orientation to light, it will give off like purpley color. Also, like, I really needed to paint my nails because this thumbnail has no justification for being this long if it's not painted. Because, like, let's be honest, this is a fucking long thumbnail. I mean, it's longer than this thumbnail, but this thumbnail had a break. You might be able to see that it's uneven. But yeah, I mean, this thumbnail, just walking around with it, not great. Also, like, painting your nails isn't just an aesthetic choice. If you have longer nails, you should keep them painted as much as possible, even if it's a clear paint, just because it will provide a little bit more stability to your nails. It'll make them less likely to bend and less likely to break. Because it gives you a nice support structure, essentially. So let's see. Who's my favorite non-black planeswalker? Who's my favorite non-black planeswalker? Possibly Tamiyo. Possibly Elspeth. I'm kind of just going through some of them in my mind that I can actually remember. Like, I'm sad Tamiyo's completed now. Does that take her out of contention? So, fun fact: I do love Phyrexians, but I don't like what happened to Tamiyo. Because of mechanics, or because of character, or because of story. Okay, so mechanically speaking, I think I have enjoyed playing more Elspeths than any of the other non-black planeswalkers. Yeah, I think that's true. I think Elspeth mechanically of the non-black planeswalkers has been the best. In terms of story, I actually think I'd go with Jace for story. Maybe Gideon as well. I feel like both of them have had pretty decent arcs. With Jace, unfortunately, having not kind of like a soft reset of his arc that was very good from frickin' Ixalan. Ixalan's character development of Jace was amazing, and then it was kind of like sidelines a little bit in Dominaria, which was annoying, but whatever. And then in terms of just character, I don't know. Because my favorite character planeswalkers are all black, I think. I guess Narset, maybe? Narset's an interesting character. Alright, looks like I should be able to do second coat. The thumb is probably going to need a third coat, frankly. Uh-oh. I messed up the thumb a little bit. It's fine. Yeah, I can see bubbles. What, if anything, is an aspect of life, human behavior that you can't unsee because of what I've studied? What, if anything, is an aspect of life, human behavior that you can't unsee because of what you've studied? So the main thing that I looked at is memory, and just like the unreliability of human memory that people really don't understand. Like, too many people kind of find their memory to like be unfallible or whatever. It's not. It like really is not. Besides that, there's not really much. I mean, there are other things, like, I know why something like religion would evolve. There's a hypothesis of why assaults happen, let's just say. Gosh, what are some other things that I've learned that are kind of like lame? Oh, right, like through developmental psychology, you kind of learn a bit of why, not necessarily why, but like, no, I guess it's why. Why things like old people diseases essentially, like are still super prevalent in humans. It's just because like humans technically aren't evolved to live all that long. So like once you get to a certain point where fitness, where, you know, reproductive fitness no longer matters, like those things can't really be evolved out of humans, just because like you're not going to know if someone has those traits until they get to a point where it doesn't matter anymore. That's one of those things that makes sense when you hear it, but isn't something you'd think about on your own. I think about some weird shit on my own, man. I'm just constantly thinking of random stuff like that. Just philosophical things. Same, especially when I'm caffeinated. Nice. I mean, I think of political shit also. And I'm going to select one that I think is the least controversial. Potentially. And that's mainly, like... if, for no other reason, drugs should be legalized so that it takes away power from cartels, so that there is a less of a need for other governments to put resources towards fighting those cartels, so they can put resources towards just like general improvements, right? Like it's literally a win-win for everyone except cartels, and anything that takes power out of violent people is good, in my opinion. I figured that's the least controversial of my opinions, probably. Yeah, we're gonna give all of these fingers a third coat. No, I think just the thumb needs it. Yeah, but you can already see. Well, of course you can't. But there's some bubbles forming here. But I accepted that because of the fact that I needed I need to have this fan because it's freaking hot. And if it weren't for this fan, I would not be streaming right now. Like, these lights that are on this light box are incredibly hot, and it's already like baseline, like 80 in here. These lights would easily make it 90 in here if it weren't for my fan. Yeah, no, I think about a lot of it. In Georgia, my car was reading 107. Jeez. And this is why I'll always say summer is the worst season, easily. Like, summer is worse than winter, because in winter you can always add more heat, right? You can't really always add more cold. Like, colds, the addition of cold in terms of scalability is worse than the addition of heat in terms of scalability. In Indiana, it finally broke out of the mid to late 90s. Fuck it, summer sucks, man. But Justin, you can go to the beach and stuff. I don't give a fuck. You kidding me? Get an indoor pool, make it look like a beach, and boom. The 90s were 30 years ago. I mean, I'm almost 30. I'm fucking 28. I just dislike winter because I hate being cold. I hate being cold indoors. I hate being cold outdoors. I hate sweating. So obviously, like, if I'm doing something extraneous, it's fine if I'm sweating. Like, whatever, I'll just go take a shower. But if I'm essentially just standing still and I'm sweating because it's that hot, fuck that noise. I would much rather be shivering than sweating. I fucking hate it. I mean, if you go to my Twitter, you'll see my pinned tweet is hot take fuck the sun. Cause goddamn, it gets too hot and I don't like it. Alright, I think I can add my third coat to my thumb. I don't think the others need that third coat. No, they seem fine. Screw the Daystar. When I sweat because of my conditions, my electrolytes and sugar levels go out the window. I mean, that's the like. It's not even just necessary. Like, I'm sure yours is more, but everyone's electrolytes go out the window. That's like what Sweat be doing, and it fucking sucks. It fucking like it. Sweat is bad. I hate it, dude. I hate it so much. I don't like feeling gross. Like, I eat generally with only one hand, and generally I only eat with 3 fingers. For the most part, I only eat using these 3 fingers. And the reason I only eat with these 3 fingers is so that I have minimum number of digits that are dirty. And I try my best to eat with just the tips of these fingers. So the minimum amount of skin surface area is dirty. I'm not like a germaphobe or anything like that. Like, far from it. I just don't like... especially my hands. But I don't like feeling gross. And sweat makes me feel gross. Being human makes me feel gross. Living makes me feel gross. Same. I really use my palms when I eat. Time to digitize Justin. I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If I had the option to just legitimately only secure my my nervous system and put that shit in a reasonably good robotic body, I would do it. Like, abso-fucking-lutely. I am only my brain. The rest of this shit, fuck it. I like painting my nails. I generally like myself. But my god, humans suck. Human bodies are the worst. Yup. But I would easily become a fucking cyborg if it was safe. Humans suck, I blow. Are you a brain, or are you the electrical impulses between neurons? Yeah, I mean, so for what it's worth, technically, I misspoke. We are the electrical impulses between neurons. Consciousness is, as far as we can tell, an emergent property of brain activity, right? So yes, technically speaking, we are the activity of the brain, not the brain itself. So I've had this like interesting thought experiment based on the ship of Theseus. Like, theoretically, if we were able to construct nanobots which could perfectly replicate neurons, if you replaced one neuron at a time, right? If you replace one neuron at a time, at some point, your entire nervous system will be constructed of these false neurons. However, once again, if they are a whole like a perfect copy of what the plasticity of neurons, etc., maybe without the degeneration, right? They're quote unquote perfect neurons. Then, you know, technically speaking, you'd still be human. And at some point, right, you either at some point are no longer yourself, or you're still yourself. Now, the more fun question is, when you remove these neurons, let's say, and obviously this is hypothetical, but let's say that we have the ability to perfectly store them, such that they do not degenerate or change at all when they're stored. So every time we remove a neuron, we put it in the storage, and we put it perfectly, like a puzzle piece, where, you know, it was, right? And we do this for every neuron we take out. So at some point, the original body, right, has nothing but the fake neurons, and you now have stored your entire neural system. Let's say you now put that fleshy neural system into a perfectly replicated version of your body. It's obviously not the original body. Now, let's say the original body, all of this was done while this body was in a state of non-change. Functionally, what that should mean is that you now have 2 copies of you. But where are you? I would argue that you are still this, because as I said, you are the emergent property of your neurons. Even if your neurons are being replaced, if they're being replaced perfectly, then when you are unpaused, you'll still be experiencing this. However, you've created an additional consciousness that is a copy, a perfect copy of this. Which means, for a split second, there are two yous. Now, I don't think you would experience both of those yous. That doesn't make any damn sense, because this is a separate emergent thing. But for a split moment, both of the yous would be fundamentally the same. And then as soon as a single change, right, let's say you're both sitting in identical seats in identical rooms. The fact that you're not in the exact same position in space-time means that immediately your bodies will experience different variables. And so, although there's a split moment where you're both the same, you will immediately become different. This is the type of shit I think about. I'm in the backseat doing your mom. Double sleeve, Altered Carbon reference. I don't know what the fuck Altered Carbon is. Doing your mom, doing your mom. Stalking your mom, stalking your mom. Come on, open, you son of a bitch. Okay, this should only be one coat. Just want to double check. Nah, this needs to dry a little bit longer. Let's see. What are your thoughts about playing Stone Shard on stream at some point? Stone Shard will be, Stone Shard is going to be getting another update relatively soon that introduces Electromancy. So as soon as that comes out, I'll be playing that on stream. I've talked a little bit in random places about this before, but I mean, as you can see by the fact that I streamed yesterday and today, I'm going to try and just stream a lot more. And then obviously I'm still going to like record for my channel, but I think that the recordings for my channel are going to be, I don't know, weirder. And the main reason I'm doing that is I feel like it's easier for me to interact with stream. It's also easier to like just do, right? With making a YouTube video, you have to sit down, like you have to fucking choose to sit down and start recording. You have to know what you're gonna do, obviously. And then, you know, you have to like make thumbnails and stuff, which for what it's worth, I really enjoy making thumbnails. It's a ton of fun. Some of them you can see that I phoned it in, but on some of my thumbnails, like you can definitely tell the ones that I really enjoyed making. But with streaming, you just start, and you know you get some emergent properties of the stream, and that can be just very fun. It's basically like a hard drive. It can be backed up. It can be copied. People who copy their consciousness into two bodies called sleeves in the world are said to be double sleeving. Oh. So no, see that's a different thing though. Right? Because let's say you have a backup. I mean, it's essentially the same thing, right? Like, let's say this is you. This is the quote unquote real you, right? You have a backup saved for your consciousness. Let's say you die, and then that backup is loaded. That's no longer you experiencing consciousness, right? You're an emergent property of the interactions that are going on here, right? This is a different interaction, right? It's just like the Ship of Theseus example, right? You're removing from the original thing, but you're replacing it perfectly, such that you're still the emergent property of these interactions that are going on. But as soon as you have a separate set of processes, that's a different emergent emergent process. At least that's how I see it. Yeah, the fan is giving a lot of bubbles, but it's mostly on my middle finger. So hopefully it'll be fine. Yeah, I can't wait to play some more Stones Hard. I fucking love that game. You know what? I'm gonna do that last. Thumbnail has to be last. I think I messed up my ring finger. I recommend season 1 of Netflix adaptation. Haven't read the novels yet, because I'm still trying to tackle the Stormlight Archives. The issue is, like, I just don't watch things. Like, all I watch is YouTube. Did I do my... Yeah, I did. I'm very sorry. You know what? We'll still count this as the Baldur's Gate. It's the hags right now. Those hags are fun. What planeswalkers do you think are what type in the bedroom? Ajani is very obviously like the biggest sub ever. Like Ajani will do like whatever you say. Let's see. Tybalt is a sadist. Chandra likes to use hot candles. Like she has a wax kink. Then we have Angrath, who likes to use like chains and stuff. Tybalt sadist brat. True. I think you gotta add brat to it. But yeah, I think Angrath likes well, I don't know, chains is a bit far. Let's say he likes the rope tying stuff. Elspeth is vanilla as fuck. Jace is vanilla as fuck. No, actually, Jace is similar to Ajani, except he doesn't do what he's told. He just reads your mind for what you want. He wants. Fuck. He reads your mind for what you want him to do, and he just does it. Let's see. What's some more funny ones? Oh, Soren likes blood play? Gosh, who else would be vanilla? Honestly, despite Liliana, like all of her nonsense, I think Liliana would be vanilla too. I don't know why. She just strikes me as vanilla. Note to self, this thumbnail is like too big for me to actually apply this shit to. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this thumb is gonna look fucked. Oh well. Tammy would be vanilla? She would be. She's not anymore! Tammy is a power bottom? No, Kaya is a power bottom. I feel like Koth is also a power bottom. Teferi keeps rewinding time. And he has a lot of experience, so he's probably a good light. Davriel's lazy and doesn't work for it. Arlen's a freak in bed. She's not a freak, but she is an animal. Garrick just likes to Hulk smash. Nissa thinks she can do it better by herself. Ral's probably more verbal than skilled. Who would be the best dirty talking planeswalker? Maybe Vraska? I think Vraska. God damn it. My other finger grazed it. Let's see if I can fix it. Nope. Well, that sucks. I'm not doing that again, though. Angrath would also be a master at dirty talk. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think I need to not have this thumb this long. It makes it too difficult to have a single stroke cover all of it. So I think I gotta keep this nail shorter. The axe stays wielded during sex. Ashiok doesn't actually have sex. They just make other people have weird sex nightmares. I'm so disappointed. Ashok is all tentacle. Yeah, why not? Wait, why is Cure into Breathplay? Only because she forgets we need to breathe. I guess that's fair. Okay, let's see if this thumb is a better length. Oh yeah, this is way better. You see how it's easier to do a single stroke to get all of the paint applied. Oh, a bit of a blob. There we go. Cure is also a size queen. I don't know what that means. Cure also into face sitting. I could see that. What does a size queen mean? Do you find having nails that long makes manual tasks difficult? Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. 100%. Oh, this is shit. That's better. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to open things, obviously. I've gotten used to typing with them. You have to really be careful on when, just, you really have to be cognizant of where your hands are. Because you have to give your hands an additional, centimeter of clearance. Size queen equals has a preference for larger size partners to the point of rejecting people who don't fit her desired parameters. Oh, I mean, that makes sense. Just already, I think I did a better job with this set. We need to... There we go. Hey, Lavidius. Hey, Cat. How are you doing? I'm just chilling, painting my nails. Just chilling, painting my nails, talking about planeswalkers in the bedroom. It's a great color. Thank you. It is definitely, it's probably my favorite of the colors I have. Although I do really like this gold. But yeah, if anyone has weird random questions they want to ask, feel free. I'm just chilling, answering questions while I paint my nails. Gotta wait a little bit longer on this coat. But yeah, I mean, this is already way better than my right hand. My pointer finger on this hand. I don't know how well you can tell, But the nail, like, does this on the right side. It's so annoying. I don't know what this is. There we go. I messed up my my middle finger when I was showing my index finger, but luckily it has been covered up properly. So how's everyone's Friday been? Hopefully it's been nice. New magic set came out on Arena. Frankly, the only thing I care about on it is Brawl. Because there are a lot of new cool commanders that I do want to try making decks for. Make sure I got this side. I sure did. But I got too much. So when you get too much, you take the little thing. Be very, very careful. Okay. Luckily, I did not hit my fingernail, I guess. Be very carefully. Just kind of scoop it out. This isn't a big pool, so I don't have to worry about it. I can get those off pretty easily. That's not a big pool. That's fine. Emotional roller coaster, but it's looking up from here. That is good. This thumb still will need a third coat. You can't see it very well on the camera, but there's still light bleeding through it. That's also true for this finger. So I'm probably just going to give this... Do I want to give them an entire third coat? Yeah, I'll think about it. You know, I've been having so much fun with the new Hag. So I'll probably make a video on that. New dragons, they're so dumb. It's so good, but so dumb. Hey, Swebly. You come say hi? Hello, I can't pick you up and show the people you. My cat's here, but I can't really pick her up and show all of you. Swebly. Hi. Hi, Swebly. Yes, hello. I wonder if I can... Swebly. Where are you? No, that's the bed. Swebly. Come here. Come here. Come here. Over here. It's Swebly. Hello. You're okay, Swebly. I'll be done soon and I'll play with you, okay? Okay. Hello. Meow, meow. She's so cute. No, that's pretty fine. What I'll probably end up doing is later on when this is fully dried, I'll probably cut out the marred piece and then just repaint. I'll probably actually cut out like, and when I mean cut out, I just mean scrape off the paint. I think I'll scrape off like this top portion and just repaint that to patch it up. I can close this. Best plane to go for vacation. That's kind of difficult. I mean, Kaladesh is a relatively peaceful plane. Obviously, you know, they had a whole government revolt and stuff, but I assume it's pretty decent now. There's also planes, gosh, I don't remember where the Fields of Summer were. But, like, the Fields of Summer seemed like a decent plane, although it's not a place we've actually visited. There aren't very many planes that are, like, safe. Yeah, there really aren't, there aren't too many planes that are safe. I'm just, like, going backwards through sets. Theros might be fine, depending on where you are and when you go. The Shard of Bant was probably okay, but that's not a thing anymore. That seems like it largely depends on what you want to do on vacation. I think Not Die is pretty high in my list of things to do on vacation. And unfortunately, that's like the main limiting factor. Hello, Swirbly. She's just sitting at my feet. Ixalan to get away from it all. Kaladesh or Ravnica if you want to take in nightlife or go shopping. Ravnica's too dangerous. That place is like a freaking just central location for all of the worst shit that happens. Like at some point, they're gonna have like they've already had Bolas there. At some point, they're gonna have either the Phyrexians or the Eldrazi, maybe both. It's gonna be like at this point, Ravnica is the new Dominaria, and I mean that wholeheartedly, and I think that's definitely true. Yeah, they said the same thing about Chicago, and it's fine. Weren't there like 43 deaths in Chicago alone, like 2 days ago? What kind of crack are you smoking? What kind of crack that was put in the inner city are you smoking? You do to point out statistics like that? Ah, yes, statistics. The thing a lot of people don't like. Also, the thing a lot of people misuse. Oh, you know what? To answer your question further, that you asked earlier about what I've learned is that holy shit, statistics can be misused so easily. And because the vast majority of people don't know how to like read and interpret graphs very well, especially they don't know how to look for data that has been misconstrued by way of graph. It is very very hard. No, sorry, it's very easy to trick people. And I wonder where that gets used. first time chatter, JS Tootie. Hello. Thank you for the cats. Although, why does the cat have human place nipples? Wait, this is Cat's cat? Yo, cat, why does your emote have human place nipples? We need answers. So my nails are nearly done. Been about an hour to paint them. In probably about 20-ish minutes, I go through. That might just be fur. I guess that's possible. But in about like 20-ish minutes, I go through and I get all the stuff off with a toothpick. It's pretty easy just to use the tip of a toothpick to just kind of pull this away and down. You do have to be very careful with this. So you can also just like paint your nails better by not going all the way to the edge. I prefer to go all the way to the edge. So that does mean I have to be very careful when I remove this overflow. Because if you remove it incorrectly, you can pull away some of the stuff that's on the nail. But you can also make it so that the part that's still on the nail, if you don't wait long enough until it fully dries, is that it will kind of warp the stuff on the nail. It might not pull it off, but it'll definitely warp it, and it'll be absolutely noticeable. But yeah, you also want to clean up around your cuticle. Again, like just taking a toothpick and kind of just pushing that off is pretty decent. Sometimes you'll have situations where this is like really well attached to the rest of the nail. In that situation, what I do... where is it? Wait, where is it? What the hell? I got it out. In that case, I take one of these and I just kind of snip the clinginess off. You got to be really careful. If you put the side of the if you put the side of the blade too close, it'll do shit like this. Man, this one's not too bad though. Yeah. That'll just dry as a little bit of a wave. That's fine. If you're super skilled, you can like very lightly rub this with a finger. And when I say light, I mean light. You just like rub it with a finger. All of the ridges, all the small ridges, do help in kind of re-smoothing that down. It's like your fingerprints can be treated like sandpaper in this situation, just because of how light you need that wearing down to be, the smoothing out. But yeah, these are the colors of my nails. It's so sparkly and pretty. If you don't paint your nail, but you do like accessorizing, I definitely suggest trying it out. Start with your favorite color. I started with motherfucker, where'd you go? Oh, you're over here for some reason. It's gonna be difficult to get. There we go. I started with black. Black is my favorite color. And I really liked it, so I kept getting cool new colors. I think the next ones I got were blue and red. Because I like those colors. Then I got a couple fancy colors, namely this gold one. And this purpley one. Fun fact. So this might look a little orange. It is more gold when it's on. But purple used to be my least favorite color. Now my least favorite color is orange. Kind of tied-ish with yellow. I'm just not a big fan of that area of the color spectrum. But yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow, I believe. I'll be playing actual Magic the Gathering. Playing some Brawl and stuff. Thanks for hanging out, everyone who decided to hang out. Thanks to the people who hung out from Cat's Raid. I need to essentially just sit still for a long time. And let these dry. Chat at you later. I gotta spam my own emotes. There we go. My emotes are covering themselves up. I didn't know they could do that. That seems strange. Anyway, bye everybody!